What's up, gang? It's your trainer, Joe Stones, and I'm back in the gym with you today. Today, I'm excited to share with you guys my favorite exercises for the 10 major muscle groups. So whether you're looking to build muscle or just improve your overall fitness, it is essential that we hit each and every one of the muscle groups. These are my favorite exercises that have worked for me as well as for my clients. We're gonna cover the upper body, we're gonna do the lower body, and hit the core as well. So let's dive right into it and break down each of these muscle groups with some of my favorite exercises. Let's get after it. First up, we're going to target those hamstrings, so get your happy dance on like I am here because we're hitting Romanian deadlifts. Make sure that you keep your back straight, your core engaged, and hinge at those hips to maximize the stretch behind those legs. This exercise is a complete game changer. Whenever you want to build strength into those hamstrings and the entire posterior chain, just take your time and go slow. I like to do this one with high reps from 8 to 15 reps. Next, let's target the quads with a heel elevated goblet squat. So elevating your heels like I have here will help shift the focus more onto the front of the leg, helping to increase the depth that you're gonna get with your rear end down toward those heels, engaging those quads more effectively. So don't forget to keep your chest up, core engaged, elbows in, and go as slow as you can and as low as you can. This is another one I like to do for reps of 8 to 15. Our third exercise is going to focus in on the chest. Whenever I'm focusing on my chest, I always do some sort of unilateral training with dumbbells. So today we're hitting the flat bench. Just remember to keep your wrists at about a 45-degree angle and allow your elbows to travel in the same direction so your shoulder blades are staying down and back and your pecs are doing all the work. Remember to control the weights on the way down and squeeze at the top, maximizing that muscle engagement into those pecs. An exercise I like to do anywhere between 6 to 10 reps. Next exercise, we're gonna hit those lats for your back and we're gonna jump to the cables and do a lat pull down on the machine here. Pull down the weight in a controlled fashion, focusing on engaging your back muscles as you bring the bar to your chest. Remember to squeeze those elbows against your ribs and continue to keep that same sort of pressure in on the elbows as you go through the eccentric movement, and again, a slow and controlled fashion. This exercise is essential for adding that V-taper look to your physique. You can also do these as pull-ups. I like to hit these again anywhere between 6 to 10 reps. Continue with our back muscles. We're going to grab some dumbbells and do some dumbbell bent rows to hit those rhomboids and a bit of your mid traps. So from here, this exercise is excellent to strengthen up the mid part of your back and improve your posture. Remember, we want to still keep that lower back and core engaged, so not putting tension on that lower back. Remember to pull those elbows back and squeeze between the shoulder blades at the top and slowly let the weight back down in a slow and controlled fashion, keeping those back muscles engaged. Stick with reps of 8 to 15. We got to put some boulders on those shoulders and we got to hit those deltoids. One of my favorite movements that I like to do that hits majority of the muscles on the deltoid is our banded lateral row raise. This is a hybrid movement which targets the lateral head of the deltoid as well as the rear delt. So set up the band about chest level. Make sure your chest stays forward as you pull that elbow back and high, and then from there extending the arm all the way out to the side and then bringing it back the same way that you found it. This is great for building shoulder stability and strength, so make sure you do this in a slow and controlled fashion, high reps, 15 to 20. Moving on to those triceps, we're hitting one of my favorite ones of all time, the dumbbell skull crusher. I'm using bells like this here. You can also use a barbell if you'd like. Just remember to keep your elbows in as you lower the weights down toward the temples and then open up the armpit for full range of motion and then push the weight through the concentric movement fast and hard. This exercise is perfect for adding some definition to those triceps. Remember, this is hitting the long head of the tricep, which covers about 2/3 of the back of your arm. If you're not hitting any variation of the skull crusher in your tricep workout, really missing out on a lot of tricep development. This is one that I like to do for high reps, 15 to 20. Of course, we got to work on some of those glamour muscles, so let's move on to the biceps. I love doing a seated dumbbell curl after my skull crushers. I like adding the dumbbells or the bells here so I can add a rotation to my wrist so I'm hitting the short head of the bicep, something that's going to add that little tennis ball look to the bicep. So make sure that you're sitting up straight, keeping your elbows in and allowing your wrist to rotate at the top, aiming to get that pinky to the outside of your deltoid. High reps, another 15 to 20. We got to work those glutes next, and one of my favorite exercises to isolate each of the glutes is to go single leg and do a bridge. So lie flat on your back, you're going to have one foot off the floor and the other one completely flat through the floor. Lift those hips as high as you can and squeeze your glute, then slowly control yourself all the way back down. We want high reps with this one, 25 to 30 reps. And last but not least, we can't forget our glamour muscles, the abs. That's right, the crowd pleasers. So we're gonna stay lying on our back. We're gonna grab ourselves a weight or a medicine ball like I have here and do some weighted crunches. We wanna make sure that we turn this into a full ab exercise. So not only are we crunching through the upper abs, but we're gonna keep the lower ab engaged by tucking your tailbone and keeping your lower back nice and flat on the floor. From there, keep the arms straight over the chest holding the weight. You're gonna lift the shoulder blades off the floor like you're touching the weight up to the ceiling. Pause at your high point and then go as slow as you can on the way down. Remember, the secret to great ab training is time under tension. Make those reps count. High reps here, anywhere between 25 to 50 reps. There you have it, gang. Those are my favorite exercises for the 10 major muscle groups. This is great, again, if you're short on time, but you want to hit a full body workout. These are going to help you out in the long term. Follow us on social media at We Are Essential CLE. Look us up on weareessentialcle.com. Fill out a consultation sheet and come work out with me today. Get after it.